The first of our races on the turf then is race number 3, and it's over the 1400 metres. It's class 4, but it's restricted for 3-year-olds importers, PPGs or ISG. Sparkling Dragon heads them, impressive on debuts, come up with barrier 3. Win Beauty wins, also a last start course and distance winner. Amazing Night Star, Flame Lily make their debuts. Amazing Satchmo gets up to the 1400 metres. Friendo was behind Amazing Star last time out. Sincere Horse goes up and trip. Telecom Man makes his debut. And Chaparral Star's another one who's behind Amazing Star. Lots of stars in there, Brett.
Yes, it's that type of race, Andrew. Sparkling Dragon should be able to bounce to the front, judged on what he did from barrier 14 on debut. It was a very nice win. Flame Lily did lead in a recent trial, so expect some pace from him. Sincere Horse, Chaparral Star, Amazing Satchmo, they could all race handy. It's going to be interesting for Win Beauty Win to see where he ends up, because he's got a very awkward barrier. Gallant Return possibly could kick a little closer early.
Sparkling Dragon, he's going nice in the mornings. He was an impressive winner on debut. He steps up now to 1400 metres from barrier 3. He should run very well again, as track work suggests that. Gallant Return, I made him the horse to follow last start. Caught the eye at Happy Valley. Steps up now to 1400 metres. I think that'll suit him. Matthew Poon has got him pinging along here nicely. And barrier 2 for him, he's going well. And here's Amusing City, he's just having a nice quiet time down the back straight. But he's a horse who's been racing well. Another one that did hit the line nicely behind Compassion Star last start over this distance. So I expect him to go quite well as well. Sincere Horse, I wonder if he is sincere.
We will find out.
Some of his work, actually.
Of course. All right, this is the first leg of the first double trio, and it's told us 0.9 of a million, so just over 900,000 into the jackpot, so around 3 million. We're looking at an estimated return here for the first DT. All right, we'll start things off here with Sparkling Dragon, last start winner, and his trainer, Michael Friedman.
Michael, Sparkling Dragon, that was a nice win first up. How's he come out of that race?
Yeah, he's come out of it well. He just had a quiet week afterwards and then started up work again a couple of weeks ago, but I think he's come on well.
Have you been happy with his work?
I have, yeah. He put in a nice piece of work here last Saturday and then just worked on his own on Wednesday, and you know, I was pretty happy with him, and Carol, who rode him, was happy too.
He's a son of O'Reilly. He's stepping up to 1400 metres. Is he going to be even better over this distance?
Oh, it's hard to say. I mean, I think he's made good natural improvement just from the race experience. We've drawn a nice gate, so I think the 1400 shouldn't be an issue for him. There's a couple of nice horses in there, obviously one that's claimed away from him, but yeah, I think if he can get the right run, I think the 14 should suit.
And you mentioned that nice gate. Last time from a wide draw, you were forced to go forward. Ideally now from gate 3, where would you like to have him?
Yeah, I'd leave it to Sam to see how the race pans out, but he certainly doesn't have to lead. That was, as you say, from a wide gate the other day, we were kind of forced to. But I think he's a reasonably versatile young horse, where if he was left in front, it wouldn't probably matter too much, but if he had the option of taking a sit, then he could.
Yeah, I think he'll probably end in front, but he's a nice horse.
Yeah, he looked pretty smart, didn't he, in that win? I like the last 100 actually, because he sort of, he was there to be challenged at the 300, again at the 2, and then at the 100 he just put it away.
Yeah, his ears are almost flicking at the crossing the line as well.
Yeah, he'd be very hard to beat, I would have thought. There's a lot in this race I think you can just pen too.
Yeah, I think he's got the conditions to suit, hasn't he? I think he'll run very well. Just going to lump the 133, but he looks a nice big horse and should be able to do it.
All right, OK, well, let's have a look at some of his rivals. Gallant Return, so you've picked this one out, Paul, as a horse to follow. This is the one at Happy Valley. Like
this run. I'm going to actually put him on top to beat Sparkling Dragon, but there's not much between them. You can see him coming back to the inside now. He's got barrier 2 as well, so he'll be a little bit closer in the run. And this trip up to 1400 metres, I think, will really suit this horse. And I just like the way he hit the line. Coming to Happy Valley, I think from Happy Valley to Sharton will really suit him. I think this is the outstanding Quinella of the day, actually.
Yeah, there's the pull in the weights there with a 7-pound claim. Win Beauty Win's victory last start was quite solid too, so he's one to consider as well. But he's drawn 10. He's going to have to get back. He drew 14 here. He got back and eventually got a little bit of cover, but he was deep. But I love the way he let down. So. It is a restricted class 4, Andrew, but there looks to be, sort of 3, maybe 4 horses that can progress in time.
I think there absolutely are, yeah, definitely. And Amusing City on this occasion, Paul's closing off really strong. He gets a turnaround with £9 in actual fact with the winner. So he's certainly not one to completely ignore either.
No, exactly. I think we've seen the quartet here with those 4 horses that we've just looked at, because as you say, it's restricted. It's a restricted race, and as you go down, I mean, be interesting to see how the first starters like Flame Lily, etc., go. But an Amazing Night Star. But as far as I'm concerned, well, I think we've seen the winner will come from those 4.
All right, well, let's have a look at them. Starting off with an Amazing Night Star. This is the trials, of course. What do we make of him?
Okay, he's had 2 trials. He's been slow away in his trials. He's only a little chap, this boy.
Yeah, 988.
988. So we'll see what happens. But look, he runs okay. He's obviously, you know, he finished off okay here for 5th. But I think this might be a tough assignment fresh up for him.
Yep, I'm in total agreement. I think, you know, a lot of these newcomers are going to run into 1 or 2 that look reasonably sharp here, so it's going to sort the men out from the boys, so to speak. Flame Lily has got some pace, the 3-year-old by Dane Hill Dancer, 3 trials, 800,000, 1,200. Keith Young rode all 3, obviously. Keith is on the sidelines at the moment, so Karis Teeton will take the ride, but, you know, led the trial, but then have a look at it now, it's being hard ridden. So.
Yeah. I think he's got ability, this horse, but Dane Hill Dancer, we'll see him. I think 1,800 metres might be his go. I see it's interesting they're starting him up fresh up here over 1,400.
And the other one's by Rocket Gibraltar out of a Howling Mare, so 14 you'd think would be on the minimum side for him. Telecom Man's the last one we have a look at. This one for Dennis Yip, Douglas White in the saddle. Yeah,
1165 pounds he comes into. He's had 2 trials, and what I've seen, he sort of needs to improve, I think.
Yep, I think he's the first rock and pop we've got here in Hong Kong. So happy to sit back and watch him. Decent size, decent scopy type, but interesting coloured tail too, as you can see there in that footage. But Jenny's report, I think, will be crucial to his chance.
All right, and the others too as well. So Win Beauty Wins Copper's favourite, Paul, but you're not going with him or Sparkling Dragon?
No, I'm going to put Win Beauty. They're the 3. I think it's 1, 2, 3. They're the 3 to choose from, with Amusing City not far away. But in the end, I went with Gallant Return. I think the 1,400 metres, you might get a bit more value over the other ones. Sparkling Dragon, obviously most impressive last time, as was Win Beauty Win, but he's got an awkward draw. So I went 2, 1, 3 in the end. 8 Amusing City in for 4th. But I'll play the test, or if you want to just box the 4 up in a quartet, 2, 1, 3 and 8. They're the 4 for me.
Initially, I jotted down Win Beauty Win, then I was worried about the gate, then I put Gallant Return on top, and then I just watched that replay again of Sparkling Dragon, and that confirmed it. He's the one to beat. 1, 2, 3. Amusing City, just worried about the gate. I think Fantastic Show might be a little sneaky chance of picking up the quartet spot there for 4th. So I'm going to go banker the 1 and then put the 2, 3, 4 and 8 and just cover it that way. So that's my selections there in race 3.
There you go, yeah, Sparkling Dragon on top for me. The one I throw up at odds is Friendo, the Animal Kingdom. I quite like him as an individual. Get up to the 1,400 metres, he'll appreciate that too.